INFPs, the masters of being cute. In this video, we will be talking about who is an INFP personality type. And as usual, we will be using Linda Burns, David Kersey's, John Beeves, and different MBTI theories to figure out the INFP personality type. In the MBTI community, INFPs are often seen as a bit more mysterious and this cute type. They can come across really sweet and sympathetic towards others. INFP's interaction style is informing and responding. They are more introvert focused and their communication style is more informing, which means that they would rather motivate towards an action just by giving information. In their speech, they would rather inform, describe, explain, inspire people with their speech. Their temperament is a cooperative temperament. So their focus is on social dynamics, harmonization of a group or a community, and they try to understand the social mechanics of the situation. INFP's first function is introverted feeling, which means that they have a high standards of morals. They also have this silent judge inside them. This can lead for INFPs to not have that much of productivity, and their mood swings might take a long time. Their morals are usually that they want to be good people, they want things to be aligned with their own values, and they can be really sympathetic towards others. Their response to certain data or reality is more an emotional response. Introverted feeling as a leading function makes them individualistic. They have a strong sense of identity and they see other people that way too. They want to connect with people in the most personal and emotional level. The intensity of their feelings might be even hard for them sometimes to verbalize. This introverted feeling can really make INFPs expressive. This can come across in their clothing or in their hobbies. They want to do things that are authentic and true for their own identity and what they value as humans. Their supporting function is extroverted intuition. This function involves metaphysics. They are interested in what other people need and want. What is the future of other people? Does karma exist? What is the future of a human society? They can see the multiple outcomes of others with a parenting attitude. This might also lead an INFP to be afraid of making decisions or to be afraid of doing actions because they can see the negative possibilities and outcomes, the what if scenarios, in a more parenting way. This can lead an INFP to do a lot of daydreaming, and with their introverted feeling leading function, they have this ideal version of themselves, an ideal version of the reality, and they can stick in their head with this reality for long periods of time. With their introverted feeling function, this leads them to be interested, to see things from multiple perspectives, and to collect information, to develop their own inner life philosophy. Their child function, introverted sensing, wants to gain experience and also wants to be comfortable in where they are in the physical sense. They can be childishly innocent about their experiences, about their comfort zone. The things they experience can hold a childish importance for them. This can lead INFPs into being inactive and passive in a way. Unpredictable situations can make them really uncomfortable. With this function, they can be extremely patient. They can be childish when it comes to duty and responsibility. This introverted sensing, which is that inner structure, can make INFPs more systematic. And they can develop their routines and their life structures based on their past experiences. Since they have such a strong introverted feeling and introverted sensing as optimistic functions, they can almost relive their past experiences that are important or feel important for them. They can almost like create stories of their past and attach to it. This reminds me of the Theodore character from the movie Her, who was extremely attached to his past experiences, to his past feelings, and what was so personally important for him.
Sometimes I look at people and I make myself try and feel them as more than just a random person walking by. I imagine like how deeply they've fallen in love or how much heartbreak they've all been through.
It's a good skill you have.
I think Theodore was a good example of how strongly an INFP might end up so passive that it might be really hard for them to actually make changes or to thrive or to work towards their goals or their future. If INFPs end up in their comfort zone like Theodore did, it might take a lot to take them out of there because the personal feelings attached are really hard to change. INFPs might get anxious of the reality and the truth. So a mature INFP understands their own responsibilities and duty instead of highlighting the daydreaming and the ideal world that exists in their head. Extroverted thinking as their inferior or aspirational function makes them want to collect reference points from which they can create something authentic with their introverted feeling. Extroverted thinking with combination of extroverted intuition makes them see the negative possibilities of different kind of structures, reference points, statistics, possible outcome of the society. INFPs might be really insecure what other people think, and what other people think of them impacts on how they value themselves. Due to their higher functions, they can be really nostalgic, and being task-oriented or efficient might be hard for them. This function makes it hard for INFPs to manage the fast pace of society. In this world, we expect achievements in short periods of time, which might be overwhelming for INFPs. Even if it's about meaningful relationships, traumatic experiences, or just figuring out how to move forward in life in general, they need to figure things out in their own pace. INFP's ENFJ shadow makes them worried that other people have bad values or that other people are immoral. And this is why INFPs are non-conformist. They don't want to confront people with negative things. They would rather have the harmony of the group. INFPs want to make people feel good about themselves. But INFPs are not sure what their future holds because of the critical parent of their shadow. Their introverted intuition is critically parenting about their future, saying that maybe you should take things slowly. Maybe the vision you're having is flawed, maybe because of these reasons. This kind of approach to the future can make INFPs even more passive. Although with time, I think their shadow also gets more mature. Extroverted sensing deceiving function is something that probably makes INFPs so cute. They don't really understand the physical environment, and they might come across weird to people due to their introverted feeling hero, introverted feeling leading function. With their sense of identity and authenticity of themselves, they can have a great fashion sense. They can come across authentic and sympathetic just by who they are, although they are not maybe great in the physical environment itself. Due to their introverted thinking as the last function, INFP's thinking is based on the reference points and based on other people's feedback. Therefore, to develop an INFP's thinking, they need and they should have discussions with people and have feedback for how they think. In INFP's worst scenario, they will use their own logic and fairness to justify their actions. And this is why the unhealthy version of an IXFP can rationalize to themselves that they can justify anything with their feelings and morals. Almost like that the reality have to bend or be flexible with them, and that they don't have to care about the truth or the real objective data, but rather how they feel about it. In my opinion, examples of what are the amazing things that INFPs can give to people is that they can create art with the most authentic individual perspective that not many people can do. For example, in the Netflix series My Octopus Teacher, Craig Foster is expressing his emotions in the most philosophical approach. It's such a way of storytelling from his own perspective. He tells how he relates. What are his emotions? He has such an individualistic approach to this octopus. Almost like the octopus has its own feelings, its own individuality, its own personhood. He wants to manage to think like the octopus with extroverted thinking, to understand how the octopus feels and what is the essence of the existence of this octopus. With an INFP, allow them to feel. Do not judge their feelings. Make them feel loved and appreciated. Also, do not leave things to be interpreted, but rather be direct with your approach. Be critical towards the INFP, but remember to back up your criticism with purely objective evidence. Remember that INFPs need time. They can be sentimental. INFPs live with a certain degree of contradiction. They want to create harmony, but yet they are different from other people. They are these weirdos that we see in our society. Therefore, let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate their strong sense of identity, their authenticity, and at the same time appreciate and value what they bring to the society and how they want to be connected also with other people like everyone else. What more would you want to learn about INFPs? Comment below. See you in the next video.